Alright, welcome back to the New Account Experience. This is episode 9. When we last left off, we died. I just died, so this is immediately after that. Yeah, so we're gonna start Rogue. We're gonna probably get up to level 20 and maybe like 1-8. We have a lot of the potions in our vault, and I think I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna put all of them into like defense and probably speed. The advantage of using them is, obviously we save time, but we also lose out in a fair amount of time to get like fame, which especially sucks because this character needs to die with about 20,000 fame, which means we can't just hit like 5k and just immediately kill ourselves. We need to probably hit closer to like 10 or 15k. Probably like, I'm gonna be honest, if we get an okay fame bonus, is then probably closer to like 8 or 9,000 fame, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed about the archer. It was a good character, but it's just how it be sometimes. Yeah, oh, G-ship. I definitely shouldn't do a Davy set like level 3, especially because I won't get anything, but it's there. Oh, theoretically we could put some of our shit into Dex, but I think if we're going for Planewalker, then there's no real reason to. I forgot I'm not level 20 or 4-4. We won't put a backpack on this character. This character's only real purpose is to push us to Legendary. So, it is kind of nice to have an interim character after having a major commitment and then having the melees. It's kind of nice to have something like this that's not really meant to go for too long, but we could always end up surprising ourselves. Oh, well, it's a good thing. I actually really like the blades. I genuinely prefer the blades over the normal daggers, so I'm actually pretty happy that we finally have a character that has a good sub-weapon. Oh, W? T6 armor? We're going sicko mode? I do kind of like early game Rogue, not in like a I like this way. Oh, okay, T3 is fearing. In like a this character's bad way. It's nostalgic of being bad at the game. Assassin and Huntress, W. Okay, stats. 20 attack to max is actually pretty good. I was expecting a lot worse. Okay, our stats aren't bad. We're about to immediately max our defense. Shamelessly, but whatever. Oh! Okay. Thanks. Cool. Thanks, man. Okay, so we ended up pouring 24 of these into our defense, which means we're done with that. I think the rest of it, I'm going to be honest, is probably going to go into my attack and speed, which is fine. It saves us time in the short run, but we lose out on two things. One, the fame from actually maxing your stats, but it also means we kind of lose an entire episode where we could have been doing this ourselves, which is fine, because it gets us into the endgame content. It does mean less money, but at the end of the day, it does bolster us into the endgame content more, which means we don't have to spend nearly as much time sitting here saying the same things, doing wood labs over and over again, which I think would get rather repetitive after 18 characters. We do have a second attempt on both Wizard and Archer, if we, choose to do that. And I'm leaning towards, personally, no. Seeing as we're probably going to 4-star all of our characters, because I'm more cautious than I was the first time. I'd like to think I'm a bit more patient too. I'm not, just I see like a 30 speed roll and I think instantly let's kill the character. We got a crystal chest, by the way, which does kind of suck because we're 1 mark off from that. But that's okay because we could, either just do a crystal if we get the Rex for it, or just like dodge the thing. Either way, I think is like perfectly fine. But yeah, Rogue is an awkward interim character. We only really need about 14,000 fame. That's like pretty much the only goal on this character is to hit that mark. Death fame rather. So we don't even really need to go like ridiculous for this. This maxes our speed, no? Okay, holy shit. I think this will be the last character where I use these. I I don't like this, to be honest. I'm fine doing it for Rogue. I really am, because I'm not personally a huge fan of this class. But, I mean, we're losing out on hundreds of fame for the sake of convenience. But definitely not for the melees. I want to get the complete experience on them. And really, my problem is I say the melees, and really what I mean is Knight and Paladin. I actually don't really like Rogue that much, or I'm sorry, Warrior that much. Um, which is fine, you know. I mean, it's people like it, and I see why. One of my friends used to play Warrior. I have a lot of friends who used to play Warrior all the time, and I can understand why. I liked it for a while. For a bit, it was my best PPE. Um, which is really strange to think about, really, when you sit down. At least for me, because I've played this game for a long time. I think maybe about 8 or 9 years now on just different accounts. And a turning point for me was getting good at halls. It was really when I met the group of people I know now. I met them when I was it was literally like I want to say like a week after I broke up with my first girlfriend is when like I had known them for a while, a bit at this point, like 4 months or so, but I had just joined, like we had just joined the guild when my brother made it. Douche Queen made Zealous YouTubers, and it's insane that I've known some of these people for a really long time. Like we're coming up on I think like what 5 years now, 6 maybe. It might have been no, because I was 16. I think I'm 20 now. Um, that yeah, I don't know. It's about 5 years, which is staggering. But that's kind of when I got good at the game. Is around that time when Halls 2.0 came out. Um, and that's like, and then I did Warrior, winter of I want to say 2020 into 2021, I think it was. Okay, so 3 of this can go into speed, and I guess the remaining 3 go into, I want to say, screw it, fit. Yeah, but I got good at halls, and then I played Warrior after Ergosphere. I died on a Knight NPE on Ergosphere, and I went and just said fuck it and did Warrior when O3 came out. I'll do the rest of the vid. And it ended up being really good. I was like 3-5 or something on the O3 Exalt. Like prior to this, I'd had like 6 completes tops on one character. And that's kind of like a huge shift for me. My standards became a lot higher with my characters and with my videos. I used to upload anything. Like, I think anything prior to like, let's leave that queue. Anything prior to, I want to say like 2021, with a couple exceptions, is not worth watching. Okay, this is going to be an adjustment. The speed. It wasn't very good. I didn't know what I was doing. My thumbnails were bad. I've gotten a lot better at thumbnail design, at least in my opinion. My style has changed a lot. There's something very nostalgic though about right before Bard came out was I think the best period of time for the game. I've talked about this before. I compared it to Terraria and sparked a debate on the Worm Scarf versus the Brain of Confusion. If you didn't know, by the way, the Brain of Confusion gives you a dodge chance now. I think some people didn't know that, but I get why people thought the Worm Scarf was better. I don't play Crimson that much. Anyways, I do think there's a lot of nostalgia for when Halls 2.0 was the hardest dungeon in the game, and like I didn't have anything much to do for school, you know, like I had AP exams, which is an American college credit thing. I didn't take IBs. I don't think our university or our high school offered it. Sorry. Yeah, and I would stay up late with Z-listers, and we'd run halls on various PPEs, and that was it. You know, that was just kind of what the game was to me, and that's never coming back. You know, the big one was thank you. I think it's my highest viewed video. It's not. It's a different one. But one of my highest viewed videos is this old Paladin PPE. The thumbnail is slightly off. I got like it's the fat pixies in the thumbnail. And I'd stayed up farming this tomb event. Like, it was a couple different marks you could exchange in, and it's how I got the pixie. It was from an ST chest. And I had sat there with my friend. His name used to be Tallywar. Now it's just Tallies. And he was sitting outside in like Mexico, and there was just waves in the background because it was in front of the ocean. And we were just sitting there in like dead silence, just sitting there like listening to that. And it was great. We spoke every like 20 minutes. Or I used to work at a McDonald's, and I would come home an hour after I was supposed to get out of my shift because they held me late all the time because they're waiting for night shift to come in. I'd come home, I'd be tired, greasy, gross, I was kind of hoping for a spirit dagger. That's fine. Oh, I'm max attack. Okay, well. And I would come home, and crazy cool Eric would be on, or Corbin. And I would sit down with either one of the two and just play the game. Just some PPE running 03, whatever it may be. And just kind of sitting there in, silence, just enjoying each other's company. Some nights, if we were up for it, we'd talk a lot, and some nights, not a word would be said for like 45 minutes. And I think having these sorts of experiences tied to this game and knowing these people, well, that sucks. Knowing these people for like as long as I have is really kind of what's made the game like unique to me. As opposed to like other things that I'd done as a kid or played as a kid. I didn't really meet people. Even prior to Z-listers, I'd been in guilds before. I'd started YouTube before meeting these guys. But it took off around like exactly at the same time as me meeting them. And they've kind of seen how I've grown in the game, and we've all like changed a lot as people. And I think that's particularly unique. I don't think you see that very often. So it's real cool to have like a bunch of nostalgia for this game while also being like, well, I mean, our friendship has grown out of just playing Realm, Like we play different games together. I've actively tried to like get to know them, outside of it. And that's been really cool, But anyways, I think I've been talking for close to 9 minutes now. It's one of those episodes I see. We do have to pad the time for the fact that we did just drink a shitload of stat pots. So, there's that. I'm not used to this speed buff. But I might go see if I can worm my way into some O3s. It's a sewers. I could theoretically rush that. I have the speed and defense. I want to do that, though, for the chance at Toxin Tooth. It's better than Dire Hatred, if I'm not mistaken. And is that a shiny Doombo? It is. Cool. Okay. Well, it's not a Toxin's Tooth, but it's something. Fuck it. The middle part of our set's fine. It's just the outers that need luck. Tender love and care, or whatever you want to call it. TLC. So, we did end up getting a king chest. I think I'm going to save that for warrior, because this is, just an interim character, so I don't think there's really any point in, well, this room's fresh. I don't really think there's any point in using something as valuable as loot boost or a king chest on a character that we don't really care about. If you get about, I'd say double, 2.5 times your fame, we only need to hit like 8k, tops 7k. I think the rest of this episode we're gonna spend, I think we'll 6-8. Whatever that ends up being, we're gonna probably just 6-8. And then next episode we'll 8-8, hit 5k, and the third episode we'll die, basically, is the plan. I think as soon as I get the fame for 50,000, I think I'm just gonna kill it. Honestly, I don't, unless something incredible happens. If we get like a monocle or something, or like an avarice, maybe a T7 cloak or a dire hatred, I think I'll keep it. Maybe not dire hatred. Maybe not T7 cloak either. It depends on the rest of our set. Really, avarice or monocle. Shielding too. Crown. What else? I don't know. We'll play it by ear. Okay, I think reevaluating where we are time-wise, I think this episode I'm just going to 8-8. And the next episode will be when we die on Rogue, which is fine. I don't really want to be spending only 2 episodes per character. But I think it's okay, because our last series, Phenol ended on 30, I think. And we're going to clear that which is okay. I don't think we're gonna get all the way up to like 45 unless our melees go really well and like necromancer and whatever. But I think I'm fine with rogue and trickster especially being 2 episodes apiece. Um, but yeah, we I'm waiting here for tombs. I'd like to get better gear. I'd like to do some O3s. But our gear is really lagging behind because we shouldn't have this many stat maxes. But you know, whatever. Cyan bag from a nest. Oh, T11 flail. I was kind of hoping we get a stinger. That would have been a good weapon upgrade. Okay, someone chained an ice cave into a thicket. That's a new one. I think, honestly, I'm using this instead. I'll use the hollowed hide gives health. Never mind. I don't need defense. I need defensive stats. There we go. That's the bitch. Yeah, Midwest Beholder. Thanks for the guy who told us. If we get anything from this, it is literally only because of you. 2i. Let's hope for Gemsbach. Oh, 1 rem. Oh my god, I love this guy so much. Even if we get nothing, even just having the O3 is godlike. And we get our star. So, thanks. Got a single wisdom, but cool. 2 stars. W, let's see. Oh! Okay, this will go well. And I had a Nexus. Okay, that's perfect. Thanks, morons, for shooting the wrong fucking coin, incompetent little freaks. Oh, W? 800 feed power? I don't think I have anything in my vault right now that's above 800. I think it's literally, that's it. Which is fine for legendary because we're feeding it in like relative abundance, but still. Anything less than, like 500 or like less we're taking, which is why we're finally using blueprints. But it sucks you have to be pickier about it. Honestly, we might hit the point where we stop doing that because I want to see if I can go for divine. But we might just stick with max legendary. We might have to anyways because the series will be over. Well, it's a 1 in 18. Yeah. Honestly impressed that it was even for the same fucking weapon species. That's closer than I've been in years. Alright. Hey, me and the guy who traded both have anointed. Which one of us gets something?
Neither of you. Blue
I got a
pack.
red. It's gonna be a T6 mana ring. It's gonna be UBMP. The fact that I was close? I got a UB Vit.
W.
W. Oh my god. The game just doesn't want me to play rogue. Oh, is that a blueprint or a pet skin? Ah, shame. I should probably take these just in case. I don't think my quest is this. Yeah, we just finished, and by we I mean me. I just finished my last final for my penultimate semester of my undergraduate. I just took my final for my social neuroscience of grief. So we are 1 semester away from graduating, which is terrifying because like I just started 2 years ago. I graduated a year and a half early. Um, wait, puberty's in here? What? Not puberty. Yeah, I mean, oh, an actual tea room. It's a little unnerving, you know. I feel like I just got here and it's already over. And it's difficult when, well, okay, it's difficult when the entire time is spent, you know, like in a relationship, and then you get out of it, and it's like, well, what do I do now? It's a problem with your, too lying. It's a problem with your like you know self identity or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I'm looking at graduate schools. I'm gonna try and go into the clinical psych program. It's difficult. That's a beautiful set, by the way. I'd love to have our necromancer get that. Ideally, maybe with the mantle. I prefer mantle to monarchy. But oh, didn't see that in time. Sorry. Thank you. Let's not die, please. Forgot we can cloak. Yeah, I'm gonna try and apply to the clinical psych. I'm already looking for professors. You're supposed to really start this early, maybe a little earlier, because if you didn't know, it's pretty difficult to get into the. Aw, thanks. It's a hard program to get into. It's really rigorous. The acceptance rate's like lower than anything else for a lot of schools. But the nice part is I'm going into something pretty slim, and having a very specific interest like helps with that, especially when you want to do research. So I don't know if you're looking for publications. Maybe in 6, 7 years you'll see one by me. If I get in and stick with it, but you wouldn't know anyways, cause maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll make one video in like 6 years and just have it be like me explaining something. That would be lame as fuck. But yeah, I'm pretty happy to be almost done with this. It's a little sad, but I'm not staying in this state. I'm not staying where I live now. I physically, well, I could, but there are for clinical psych and for a lot of PhD students, you need to have a professor who you can like work with. Like you could apply, like say you applied to like Columbia or whatever, which is an American university. Um, I gotta remember not all of my audience is from here. Sorry. That happened yesterday with AP Advanced Placement Exams. I had this little moment of right. Um, but yeah, if you're applying to one of those, like you want to make sure that you have like a professor who can like mentor you and that you can like work under them. Otherwise, it's pretty difficult because if you like got in to a place and didn't have that, you wouldn't really be able to do much beyond your first 2 years. That's your master's degree. And even then, that still like you still want it for that. It helps if you like apply to a university and like you already have someone in mind that you want to work with. I got a blue bag. Wow, that's a rare occasion. Um, yeah, this has been it's been a pretty busy couple months figuring this out, and like trying not to cry. But we're stewing on it. We're almost done. It's exciting, really, to like have this, especially because I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my career for a really long time up until this semester. I was with a really great professor, so now we do. But anyways, that aside, um, yeah, we're doing pretty good, okay on fame. We'll probably do a couple tombs here, just cause, and then we'll get back into O3s. But yeah, we're fine. We'll 8-8 this episode, and the next episode will be done with the character, and then we move into the fun stuff, the melees, and Necromancer. I'm pretty excited for, as always. Mystic, maybe Sorcerer, maybe I don't really know. Similar to Phenol, those middle classes are kind of, whatever. Oh, it is a INTERIM. Shit, please, yeah. I don't know. I'll try not to like let it get me too down. The fact that I have a very obvious distaste for some of the classes, especially when people like them. That's pretty difficult. But I have very stark opinions on some of them. Oh, wait. What Cosmo fucking Sheldrick song am I listening to? Okay. What am I? This is Cosmo Sheldrick, but what the song is this? Sorry, I got Spotify in the background. Is this Beach Beach? The Woods. Okay. Well, that scared the shit out of me because I wasn't expecting it. I'm gonna leave after this one. No point in staying. That really does suck, though. I'm not even gonna bother to collect those. I was kind of hoping that we would get a not that. Oh. No. Unfortunately, forging is going to be useless. We could make a very good priest. Okay. That's, something. I don't know why I fucking picked these things up. I don't think the marks anything. Holy Crew have anything? Steamworks. Other Rex? Oh, O3 ping, right as I willed that into existence. Holy shit. Okay, nothing, of course. What is the... That's really cool. What? Wait, these are rad. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, these are so cool. I normally don't like the graves, but these ones are really cool. Damn. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Damn. Oh well. I don't think we're gonna go from though. Do we want to keep the 2 marks on us? I feel like just in case. We have the storage for it, you know? Like, we can always use our 2 character slots and our 24 vault spaces on non-seasonal, so I'm fine with it. I was serious. I'm going for Tunnel Rat, and I was seriously about to say, have we done a manor? Nope. I think the problem is Ocean Trench. Unless it's like popped in a server, I don't really want to do one of those like publicly. They're always kind of shit because I'll be like, oh, I could rush, but I don't have M heal, so rushing that would be kind of shit. But yeah. I mean, I my thing is where we're at right now is our stats are obviously just attack, def, speed are all great. But our life mana being 12 and 8 and still having this set is kind of terrifying. And to be fair, we didn't do like sewers or many wood labs. Oh, we did wood labs for vid or snake pits for our upgrades. So there's a realistic argument, for that. But if we max life mana with this set, I'm going to be a little worried. Like, I doubt we will. I 80% sure that we won't. But there's still the little flicker of terror. I will say the one upside to the fact that we max really early is that we have more time to do like Exalt dungeons. Right now we'd probably be at like 2,000 to 2,500, I would say. Allergies are killing me, sorry. But we're not, especially for something like defense or speed that are higher. We have to do more dungeons. And so because we don't have that, hopefully we meet requirements by the time we hit 8-8. But I would like to try and do a couple Exalt dungeons. Obviously, the big one would be like Nests, but now that the event's over, that's a bit more difficult. We may do a couple Shatters. If we... guess I got that back. Cool. Again, it just depends on if we, like, meet requirements. If we do, then, yeah, I'll happily go for it. Don't say it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, we'll move on. Yeah, there's no reason not to. If we're not supposed to dance, then why all this music? It's just getting lucky enough to get the gear for it has been a bit of a trick. I wanted to take the time to say, by the way, I can't remember who the commenter was. I'm gonna try and pull it up now while I'm here and for sure not get myself killed. I just watched a video on the rise and fall of the ball pit, by the way. Someone said they liked Bowie. Yeah, Celestial Larvae was the name. Thanks. But the other one was... Where is it? Wems. WEMFS. He said, this guy has the gift of gab, and I genuinely think that... Okay, I almost walked over that. I genuinely do think that that is one of the nicest compliments I've been given throughout my time doing YouTube. I thought it was very unique, so thank you. We didn't get a courage tincture. If you haven't noticed, I have this thing. I don't think it's been explicitly mentioned. It probably has, to be on. Well, okay. It's probably been mentioned before, but I like to use a courage tincture in the last stagger at the end. It doesn't matter as much now that he dies at 1% health, but it's just a good luck charm. It always sucks to not get one. Oh, red. It's gonna be a Wormhide. The one time... You know how many Wormhides I get from these bastards? The one time I actually want one, the game's like, best I can do is... Star Mother. Pro tip, Cosmos, if you stand right here, if he's TP canceled in the middle, you are safe. Obviously, linger shots. But stay on, not just like any one of the 4 corners, any one of the pure cardinal directions during Cosmos, you are safe. I don't know why I haven't. Well, sucks. I don't think I've pointed that out yet. I may have. I feel like I have in a previous episode. But if he's TP canceled middle or is just middle for any reason, stand entirely flush to the wall because that means the outer portals, the 3-shotgun rather, won't hit you either because they don't entirely go against the wall. If you're looking for a reason to not die to Cosmos, keep in mind two things. One, during dance, don't do that because the outer scarabs. But also, the problem is if he teleports on you during like the phases that follow it. If it's cowardice or something like that, you're kind of in a tough spot. If it's nowhere to hide, the inner rotates. It's fine. It's actually good if he teleports on you during nowhere to hide because he won't start shooting immediately, and you're pretty safe generally. Um, like if you saw where he teleported to that person, he doesn't start shooting until like right here. So if he teleports to you like here, you're in a pretty okay spot to like be safe. It's better than him like clipping you. Like what could have happened there if I was slower. Um, so there are a couple like stipulations, but generally, if you're uncertain about Cosmos, do that. Go to those little corners. My guildmates never take the advice. When Will does it, it'll be great, but he never will. He never does it. I tell him, hey, come here. He's like, yeah, next run, next run, and it's been like 40, so whatever. Love you, Will. Another trick for you, I guess. Splendor in like post exalted, really post celestial rather. Uh, unless you like, if you're new to it and you end up pushing in after what would be the third throw, I guess really now the second when you're on his left, I would say leave then. We're too far away to push in there. At least that's the excuse. W. Because when he teleports, he'll typically teleport towards the group, which if they go entirely through it, would be right side. And you'll teleport towards them typically. So like, which the phase you typically see is like Fury jumps. It's a 1 in 3, but for this case, that's probably the most dangerous, especially if you get sickened. That's the 3 jumps where he lights himself on fire. You don't really want to be there, especially because you can easily be cornered following that. Well, that's not 1%. Yeah, just like there's a couple little like tips and tricks you just kind of pick up. Everybody's got their own way of doing things, and that's fine. Um, Honestly, this run could have been so good. Oh well, it would have been godlike if we were playing. We have a full Mystic set, don't we? Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Oh well. We're gonna eventually have to move all the feed power items out, which is fine. Maybe someone pops an ocean trench in here. That it. Well, I mean, like, oh no, fuck. Why the fuck are you using candy coated? If you happen to watch my videos, or if anybody knows this person, Sea Sword and candy coated, don't use those. You're better off with the Claim A crop. Smile. Or, Splendor, Dominion, Annihilation, Majesty. I'm assuming he doesn't have a Majesty if he's using Sea Sword. Don't. They suck. So don't use them. It's not worth the extra defense, especially on the night. And is that a divine pet skin on a... No, that's divine. I'm always pretty bad at the skin size. Well, I think that's divine size. I think it's early. I think. I don't know. Either way, that's our Vit Max. And the game just doesn't want to give us gear. Holy shit. I think the only thing we really need now is, besides Ocean Trench, is... I think that's it, actually. And UDL, actually, yeah. But, cool. Welp. Yoink. That was probably our biggest concern going into Shatters, is not having that. Okay, that means that we really just need like a foul and a parry HP. Foul actually could be pretty, well, foul too. Theoretically, if we're really desperate and really lucky, really more of the second one. If we got like a T10 dagger and like a T4 ring, we could do nests for... I'm going to be honest, the fact that Stinger didn't even cross my mind, pretty indicative. But the T12 and 13 blades. But, that's more of a last minute thing. Oh, not me. I should have cloaked there. I don't fucking negative survival instincts like a newborn baby. Put the fucking soft spot of the skull in. Yeah, I don't know. If we're lucky, I don't know. But I think we may just end up being like fortunate enough to get a foul and like an X HP. We got a lot of extra rings, just none that we could use. Um, or if we're gotten a dire hatred, that would have been pretty rad. But yeah, we're doing fine. We still need the ocean trench for tunnel rat, but that should be it. We did our abyss, we did our UDL, and that gives us like a decent amount of leeway in case we like fuck something up. But I think if I think if we hit 3 stars, I think I'm gonna honestly do the character again and do it until 4. I'd like to guarantee it. I was too complacent with Phenol to be like, oh, 2 stars, 3 stars, not a big deal. And with this one, I don't want to get complacent like that, So, I don't know. I mean, I'm talking long enough to not have to pause, and then I get a foul here. How about a 5th one? Okay. There's our 3rd star, and we're cruising pretty well. We're 1 dex to max, so if you could, drop a star roll, thanks. We still need our 1 ocean trench. No O3s. I don't know. I'm only checking Holy Crew. The problem with me not being in any O3 servers anymore is I'm gonna miss a lot of them, like naturally. Like Dungeoneer, I'm not in STD. I don't think STD is alive anymore. Null, well, Osank, but it's not really my. I can't really join that, seeing as I'm banned. It's been like 2 years. I crashed like 4 runs. You could unban me and then I'll crash again. I mean, I'll learn my lesson. Okay, no shiny planewalker. I don't think we're gonna go back for it, to be honest. We've talked a lot this episode. This has been a real chatty Cathy episode, so I don't really know if we'll get to 8-8. I might just max my whiz, end it there, and have next episode be the rest of the character. I'm leaning more towards that. It doesn't matter. It'll still only be 2 episodes for Rogue, as opposed to like 3 or 4, which is fine. But oh, you know what? Earlier I was worried I wouldn't hit fucking Soulbound on boss. I forgot his guaranteed stat potion. It actually works in this dungeon, unlike Tomb. They fucked that one up, I guess. But yeah, I'm really hoping we get a better dagger and ring. Like at this point, it's oh nice. It's not getting funny that we haven't gotten one. It's just getting odd. We gonna TP the tea room, or are we gonna? All right. Well, guess not. Fun little lesson I kind of forgot about Rogue. Quiet cancels your cloak. I completely forgot about that, and I rushed to seed ups earlier, and I did Nexus. Also, we got a mana from the previous one, which is not useful. Is this a tea room that he's on? I don't want to risk it. I think I'm just gonna go for help. I have such a soft spot for fire armor and Nile together. I don't know why. It's a good color combo. They're both very vibrant, especially because I think this game struggles with vibrance sometimes. I think some items don't really work too well, but I like that the LOD items are all very, very vibrant colors. I think it's like their greatest strength, especially after the rework. I like it, really. Fire armor is very sentimental to me. I gotta pause my music. It's Shalala by Haley Hendricks. My Caleb, if you watch this, he's gonna text me and go Anyways, fire armor is a very sentimental item to me. Because one, I like going for everything on PPE. So I've always been like, can we please go for the right egg? I guess not. I like making my little lists like you guys saw with the Knight PPE. I do that for almost all my characters. I don't want to go near that thing. And fire lot items are always notoriously difficult for melees to get. But it's still, and fire armor used to be great. I had it on a really nice paladin PPE. It was my DPS armor because Mercy's Bane didn't exist. It's a pretty item, it's just, the problem is it's very quickly outphased. I would take it up to, I think, Curious and Gladiator Guard. I would probably take it over Mercies just out of personal preference. But I'd really like to have more PPE so I get fire armor. It's just not worth. My sentimentality doesn't make it worth the effort. If I got it early on, I'll always do red on melees, if I see it. But other than that, like I won't actively go for it. I won't like realm hop for it unless I'm going for completion, which you'll never see on this account. That's just how it is. And I don't think I'm ever gonna play Knight and Puberty again. I've already reset my exalts and I've fully exalted the class twice. The first time I was like 3 off, I think, but I don't think I'm ever gonna play the class again. I don't think there's a need for me to. I may do Paladin again. I don't like Warrior, to be honest. So there is a little bit of sadness in that. There's a word for it, isn't there? Like, there's a specific word for the feeling of like you can't go back. It's from the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows, if you've heard of that, but I don't know it because I didn't bother to buy it. So I don't know. It's a little. Let's just go with nostalgic for the sake of the fact that I can't remember. It does kind of suck though. I'd like to play Knight again. I'd like to be as clueless about the game as I used to be. That sucks so much ass. I needed that. But maybe we'll relive the glory days and get a fire armor on our melees. I don't think so, but I'd like to. Holy shit! Finally, okay, give me that. Oh my god, Jesus. Okay, I thought we were. I legitimately thought that we were gonna be stuck with that forever. That's amazing though. 1700 fame is how long it took us to get an upgrade. If we get a better ring, we can do fungals. Because I'm pretty sure they parse for T3 rings. They're virgins. They probably would. But if we can do fungals, I mean, the cloak's great, but also just like we only need to do 3 of them for the exalt. And it's not 2 of them. I don't know where the fuck I was going with that. It's only 1 exalt. But I would like to maybe get like 1 or 2. I'd like to do, who knows, maybe it's not a bloody cloak, huh? Probably what, like O3, fungal, and shatters? Maybe? I don't know. I'd like to at least get like some. You're about to say that Ghost Ship's the whiz. Nope, I got one from the fucking Penteract. Okay. We are in an O3 right now. I'll end the episode after this. Well, at least we're guaranteed to max our mana. I was really kind of stewing on whether or not I wanted to use these to, I could put them into my life and, well, we're close to that. I could put it into my life and just 8-8, but I think, no. I think it would be better to just do it organically. I'm keeping that. Holy shit. Holy shit. I thought he staggered. I was 1 off. I miscounted. That was so heat. I'm fucking keeping that. That would have been so gas if I died like that. Okay, this bolsters the theory that this bolsters the theory that you guys just DM me for no reason. Why the fuck do you do that? It's like I've always been so lost by it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Why do you just get on and just be like, let's check if Matt's on? Is Dad home? Come back? Or are you just like playing for like 20 minutes and then you click and be like, let's see if he's on? Or is it just whenever it tickles your fancy? I need to know. This is for science. Holy shit. Oh, there's no reason we should have lived that one. Holy fuck. I'm clocking out for the rest of the run. I'm done there. Holy shit. Dude. Dude. Okay. Okay. Well. That's the end of that one. Fuck that. Yeah, next episode we'll 8-8 and be done. Hopefully we get Tunnel Rat in that time. Knowing me though, just like how I am, I'm gonna end up probably not bothering to do the 1 Ocean Trench, but we really could use it for the fame because we also have to like feed shit after we die. We're up to like 43k. Yeah, we only need about 7,000 more fame and we'll be good to go. yeah, thanks for coming. This was well, I mean, it's Rogue. It's slow. It's our set sucks balls, but maybe next episode will surprise us. So yeah, thanks for coming, and I'll see you all later.